Hey everyone. Hello, hello. I wanted to start with that footage that was taken from Center for Whale Research on August the 18th of this year of LPOD. We talked a little bit about that last week when we talked about the gathering and of all the pods, and then how LPOD, they were where they were in their location on the 18th. So thank you, Howard, for allowing us to watch that. I appreciate that. Um, let's just do some quick check-ins. Our special guest will be joining us very shortly, so just want to say hello to everyone. Let's start with you, Alejandro. How are you?
Fine, fine. Waiting for the Joe. Can you hear me, right?
Yep.
That's good. I'm here. I'm here.
I'm glad you're here. Christina, how are
Yeah.
you?
I'm good. I'm ready to breach the dams.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I see our special guest backstage, but I'm going to leave you all in suspense for a minute before we bring him up. Ma, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Just a bit of a croaky voice, so you'll have to excuse me.
Alma?
Doing good. Feeling good. Excited about our special guest.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Deborah?
I'm good too. Trying to stay in a place of peace this week, but I'm doing good.
Yeah. And Jonny, just so you know, backstage, you fell off camera for some reason, so you might have to exit and come. Oh, there you are. There you are. You did it on purpose. Deb Cruz, how are you?
Hanging tough.
Yes, you are. Stephanie and Casey?
We're good. I'm good. Casey, how are you?
I'm good.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to wake up. And Professor Howard, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Happy to join the group today, and thanks to all who joined us in whatever way.
Awesome. I want to just ask a quick question before we bring on our guests. So everyone saw this, and we were all talking about this, right? We all saw this on social media, and it was a flight pattern, and it said that a pilot did this. I just want to ask, what were your first thoughts of that? Howard, what do you think?
That is so perfect. I just could not believe that anyone could control an airplane to that ability to be able to draw such an excellent anatomically correct orca in the sky.
I'll be real honest. I was like, yeah, right. That would be really cool if that was real, you know?
Yeah.
Christina, what did you think?
I thought I didn't think it was real, but I thought it was really cool. Like I thought it was super cool, but I did not think it was real.
Deborah?
Same thing. Hella cool, but fake.
No way. All right. So we're going to welcome Jonny to our stage. Hey, Jonny, how are you?
Good, how's it going?
Good. Well, you're too small there. Let me see. Let me try to make it bigger. We got to put you up on the big screen here. Okay. How are you?
Good, how's it going?
It's going well. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to pull the comments off screen for a second because it makes the screen too little, and I want to see you. So I've been reading up on you. This all started. People are saying, they thought it was a hoax. It came at a time after we lost Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's, and so there was this that's really cute. That would be cute. And it was actually, I mean, it was nice. Like Christina said earlier, we think of Toki and the stars, right? And so to see that was really cool. Give us just a little. This started you started doing that for a football thing, right? Is it BYU? Man, I don't want. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Tell us a little bit how you decided to start taking art to the sky.
Yeah. Should I turn my camera real quick?
Yeah, let's see if you. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Sorry. Just figuring this out. There we go. Okay, better. So my quick story is I'm a pilot that's just building flight time to get to the airline. So I need about 200 hours till I'm at 1,500 hours, and I can get my airline license. So so I was just flying around and kind of just flying to the same place and flying circles. I was like, and as I was doing that, I was like, this is getting kind of boring. I was like, I wonder if I could draw something with this. So Yeah, so I actually started out. It was just that weekend. I was like, oh hey, I'm a big BYU fan and I'm into football and things like that. So I was like, why don't I try to just draw like the logo and a little message, beat the team we were playing, and it turned out pretty well. And a whole bunch of people actually appreciated that and liked it, and they thought it was really cool. And I didn't think that people would really think it was all that cool, So yeah, that's kind of how it started. And then, I was kind of like, it was essentially the next week. And I was like, I wonder if I could draw something else other than just a logo. If I could draw an actual picture, and I was kind of thinking, what should I do? And this is how it ended up happening. Was I was like, I've my previous job, and the reason that I moved out here to Bellingham and the San Juan Islands is that I was flying construction workers out to the islands. So I visited Orcas Island a lot, and I love Orcas Island, and as well as Friday Harbor, San Juan Island. But so I was like, it'd be cool if I drew an orca whale, because that symbolizes like the San Juans. It'd be cool if I drew an orca whale over the top of Orcas Island, and it'd kind of be a little tribute to all the orca whales and everything out in the San Juans. And so I went and did that. And initially it wasn't for TokiTV or anything like that. But it was just kind of general tribute to the orcas out there. And it actually ended up being on exactly the 1 month anniversary, I believe, which a few people told me later, which I learned. So it just kind of worked out like that. And yeah, that's how that started.
It's not a coincidence, because there's so many things that everyone on this screen, in our experience in working with and for Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's release, like there's just been so many things that have happened that we've stopped being shocked about it.
Yeah.
So if we're kind of like, shaking our heads, it's just, that's just how it's been through this whole process. And
I don't know if you know, and I was speaking to someone that lives on the island, on Orcas Island. I'm pretty sure she was saying it was even like almost up to the same time frame that I don't know if you know the time yourself, but
it was about so I'm trying to think of my time. So it was about 1 o'clock Pacific time, I believe, Howard.
Okay. Yeah. So the flight was I think it was from about 12 to 2 o'clock.
Wow.
Right, it was almost the same time, which that just ended up like that. So not a coincidence, I wouldn't say, but yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think it was 1:02 Pacific time.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Let me show folks, because they may not. I just flashed that little picture, but I've been checking out your Instagram and your TikTok and all kind of cool stuff this morning that we want to share with folks. But let me just go ahead and show that video. It's just so cool. How long did that take you? To do?
That one's actually, it was pretty short. I think it was about 45 minutes, just starting to finishing the drawing itself, about 45 minutes. So it wasn't too long.
And you said you're about 200 hours away from your 1,500 hours of completion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm at 1,300. Yep.
Wow. What's your big plan? Like future wise, what's your big plan?
Yeah, big plan is basically the airlines. I've already got the job at SkyWest Airlines. I just need to finish those hours, just time build, and then I'll start training up. It should be January, maybe December is my real goal. But that's the idea.
I joined. What did I join? I joined something of yours. Is the Patreon? What is that? I joined it. What is it?
Yeah. That's I appreciate that. That's just a spot where I wanted to give like people that really enjoy what I do just a little like a way to get some extra content and kind of get a little more insight into what I do, because a lot of people are asking, how exactly do you do it? And like we were talking earlier, I mean, the initial reaction is that it's fake or it's impossible. I saw a comment saying it's impossible to do turns like that. I saw those comments as well, and so I decided, I should probably take a little extra video and show people kind of how it happens so that they can see that it's very real and very possible. And so, so Patreon, that's just up to anybody that wants to kind of help contribute. That helps me build time. Helps me get to the airlines, and then also you get extra content and like the little drawings I do. So yeah.
That's awesome. And we'll do, we're going to share all of this stuff in links, because if I put it up here, I mean, I'll put it up so people can just see what it looks like, but it's not, the actual link we'll paste in Facebook so they can just click on it and be able to do that. But there's the number if anybody wants to, if you guys are better at jotting it down. But we'll go ahead and, support, because I wanted to ask, like, how do we support you? You're very young. I won't make you say your age if you don't want to. But
no worries. I think it's on. There's been a couple articles. So yeah, I'm 25. So definitely
it's just awesome. It's just really cool. And I wanted to ask you, how do we support you? Right? How do we support you? Maybe convince you to draw some more orcas or something. I don't know. Like what?
No, yeah, absolutely. I'm up to draw anything, and I mean, supporting me is really, I guess just kind of following on. I'm on TikTok and Instagram, just at Captain Butter. But then with the Patreon thing, I think the lowest tier is like $2 a month, and that gives you access to like be able to vote on what I draw next, and just kind of just get a little more content and just kind of see how I do it a little more if you really like what I do. I mean, and then another big way is actually on YouTube, like you're showing here. I actually do a live stream of the drawings, so I'll actually like draw a picture live, and you can kind of track it live. It's about 2 hours, so it's kind of a longer form video. You're just watching the live flight track, but yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we've been trying to get a hold of you, and then you weren't as responsive on email, and now I know why, because my daughter's like, emails for old people. So, so now I know how to get a hold of you through all the social media. So so you're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all of that. And what I'll do after, towards the end of the show, when I kind of kick it over to Christina, I'll go in the background and I'll make sure we get all the links so everybody who's watching can go in and check out all your social medias and subscribe and follow you. And I just think it's cool, and it's no coincidence. It's never a coincidence when we're brought together and drawn to each other. Howard, is there anything you want to say? Because I know we only have him for about 5 more minutes.
Oh, I'm fascinated with the technology of it. Is there some kind of like a writing board in front of you, your own radar track, so that you're composing this on a screen as you fly?
Yeah, so it's I'm essentially using like an iPad. It's called ForeFlight is the apps that I use, and so I'm essentially, I can see my track on there, and so I'm following. I'm sorry, I got a little bit of a cold here, so I'm dealing with the voice thing too. But essentially, I'm following a flight track that I pre-drawn in the sky. And so I'm hand flying. It'd be impossible to just go out there and completely, fly a perfect circle. That'd be impossible.
But okay, so you pre-draw it, and then that gives you all the coordinates, and you just fly accordingly.
So essentially, it's on my iPad. So I'm hand flying it. There's no autopilot involved or anything like that. But so the skills in just intercepting the line, making sure that you're perfectly on the line and making those turns and stuff like that. So it's nothing too insane, but I haven't seen a lot of it out there, and I don't think anyone quite knows how to draw and get it onto their iPad yet. I think I might be one of the first ones to discover how to do that. So that's probably why you might start to see some more drawings like this as people figure out how to do it. So
well, it's just an excellent representation. It's really it's an orca.
I appreciate it.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out. It's only been about a month, and I didn't even know it was possible a month ago. So I'm glad it's working out.
That's really cool. I want to show a couple pictures of you with your plane. Is that the plane you used, or is this one the plane you used?
So that was from about last year. So that's actually, I guess you consider, that's where I got good at following a track. That was those are all aerial survey planes. So I was taking pictures from 14,000 feet in Florida and New York. So that's kind of where I got the skill of following like a line specifically. was doing those aerials, doing that aerial survey job. But yeah, so this picture you're showing right here, that's pretty similar. That's pretty much the exact plane that I fly to do the pictures today.
So awesome. And then lastly, Captain Butter, tell us about that. How'd you get that name?
It's kind of a self-given nickname. Yeah, I always say my landings are smooth like butter. So
Awesome.
that's where that comes from.
I totally love that. That's just awesome. Deb Cruz, is there anything you want to say? A big smile on your face. This is fun, huh?
Yeah, I want to see you respond to who is it? Wendy, when she said, "Can you write breach the dams with the salmon over the Snake River dams?"
Yeah, we could.
Oh, see, now we got some challenges going on. I see.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty long one. I could figure that out, I'm sure.
Well, you could do free the snake. Free the snake is shorter. I mean,
that's true.
So.
Right. Okay, yeah. I'll get working on that.
If you decide to do this, we gotta make sure that Nimipu knows that you're doing it so that they can be out there.
Yeah, I'd love to do because like I said, the first one was just I didn't even know that it was lining up like that. But I'd love to do a second tribute, something like that. And I'm totally you have to educate me because I'm very I'd love to learn. I'm not very informed about the orcas and everything, and like you're saying the snake and everything. So I'd love to learn, but I'm all for the cause and everything you guys are about. So yeah, I'd love to do something like that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, let's talk. I don't want to keep you because I know you got to jump off, but let's chat and see what we can come up with, and then let's see what this crew or these everyone who's watching, let's see what we can come up with. I know fuel is not cheap, but that would be a fun little tribute to do, and if we can support you in getting that done, I think we could probably figure something out. So I'll be in touch. Howard and I will be in touch, and this is a good place to hang out, and I'll shoot you over the YouTube if you're ever hanging out, want to learn more about what we're up to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry that this is the first time I'm really learning about, but the show looks amazing, and I'll definitely be a huge follower, and I love it. Thanks for bringing me on. I appreciate it.
Anybody want to say anything to Jonny before he has to jump off?
I want to say thanks a lot because it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. It's just really beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
And now you've been touched by Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's, so you are truly blessed.
That's true. And I just got to point out, someone put they can't even draw an orca on an Etch-a-Sketch. So I can't.
I agree. I think Etch-a-Sketches are harder than what I'm doing.
They're pretty hard.
That's awesome. Well, Jonny, thank you for being with us, and we'll be in touch.
Can you do a football, soccer for the next World Cup?
Yeah. We can do that.
There you go. Let's talk about.
Dude, I'm open to anything.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks, Jonny.
Thank you. Amazing job. Thank you.
You have a wonderful rest of your day, and thanks for taking time to hop on.
You as well. Yeah, we'll stay in touch. Thanks so much.
All right. Bye.
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 That's fun. He's adorable, and how cool, right? You got to be good. It definitely got to be good.
Seriously, that was awesome.
Yeah, I really did think it was fake. Like, matter of fact, I was scrolling through and I just kind of scrolled past it, like, oh, how cute, and then when I started seeing more people posting, I'm like, seriously? And then that's a real guy. It's awesome. Wow. A lot going on today. Really, I think we're focusing on the dams, obviously, and a lot of what's going on to support ongoing for Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's, for her legacy, for her family. So I just want to highlight some of the things people are doing. And I also want to just say this, and I'll say it again at the end. Whatever you're doing to support, to spread awareness, education, anything, please let us know. Shoot me a messenger message or an email or whatever, because we want to highlight what people are doing, because it all makes a difference. And so I think that's one way, you know, on this show every week, if we can just highlight, even if you've been doing this every day for the last 20 years, not everyone may know. And the amount of people in the group that are new is huge. And so there's a huge opportunity to educate people. And I just want to highlight what people are doing. I want to start with Howard, though, because there's been a few salmon ceremonies that have happened and are going to continue to happen in Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's honor. So I'm going to let you talk about that, and then I can put up some pictures.
Sure. Well, Rosie Caillou, coastal Salish elder and neighbor on Guaymas Island, which is right next to Anacortes. There it is. We're sitting on the beach at Guaymas Island, right beside the ferry landing, actually. And Rosie has, well, she has a long, long history through her family to the orcas, to the southern residents. As she says, her father's best friends were orcas, that her father was born and lived his life on Orcas Island. And he would go down to the water or go out paddling and meet up with his friends, the orcas. And he came to Penn Cove and witnessed the captures, and it broke his heart. And he just devoted his life to trying to bring them home. Didn't happen in his lifetime. Rosie did everything she could. She's been a big part of Orca Network since we began, has led us, guided us through many salmon ceremonies, which is a sacrifice to give to the ocean, to help to feed and to show our devotion to ocean life. And it's a beautiful thing. And she's scheduled. We had one in Coopville. Deborah certainly remembers that one. With your husband going swimming. Rosie brought that up because it was so incredible yesterday that he had to rescue the salmon that was about to get stuck on a log, and he had to go in and swim. It was way over his head to push it out back into the tide. But it was a very beautiful ceremony, and it was attended by so many people out of the past from the last 25 years of orca capture commemorations that we've had there, and general knowledge and understanding meetings that we've had there in Coopville. I didn't realize how many people had been touched and wanted to be a part of that sort of closing ceremony. And it was really beautiful. And Rosie has scheduled the one yesterday on Guaymas Island, and then next weekend on Lopez Island, and then the weekend after that on Orcas Island. And then on November 12th, the big grand finale will be at Lime Kiln on San Juan Island at the lighthouse. And it will be a memorial and celebration of Toki, as well as my brother Ken. Rosie was very close to Ken and had very high regard for him and wants to have a memorial for him and Toki. And of course, Ken would certainly approve because he was dedicated to Toki all his life too. So yesterday we met. It was small. Guaymas is kind of remote, and some friends and neighbors came by, and they had Rosie and her main man, Bill, had prepared 4 slabs of salmon on cedar plank, and volunteers brought those down to the water and placed them in the water there. And as Rosie sang, they placed them into the water, and then we launched them as far as we could out in the water, but the wind was coming right toward us, and so they came back in and fed the ocean from the shore. But it was a beautiful time, and Rosie's daughter brought a table full of delicious food, and so we talked, and Rosie prompted me to tell the story that I still marvel at. I saw it, and so many others did too, from the day before Toki actually passed on August 17, when JK and L pods came in from the Pacific, where they had been for months and nobody expected them in, and they did not come in for food because they were not foraging, but they came right to that location, right under the lime kiln lighthouse, and behaved in ways I've never seen before, and I don't think anyone else has, and stayed in that one location for at least 2.5 or 3 hours. I don't know the whole extent. I haven't seen all of that raw footage, but um, I still marvel at that because we did not know anything about what was going on in Miami, but everyone who saw that had that feeling that this is really strange behavior. It's completely unusual. The way they were moving every which way, but not going anywhere. I mean, staying stationary, that's already amazing. But then the way they were behaving in that, it was just, every move they made was just strange and unusual. So, I don't want to over define it because I don't know what was really going on. But now that I know that at that same time, Toki was struggling to live in Miami, and they were relating, they were empathizing, they were feeling it. They had to be. Now that I see it, yes, that's how they would feel. They knew that, and so I have to assume they must have known that. That defies biology and science, but somehow they knew. We can't measure it, we can't see it, but somehow they knew. So told that story anyway. So some very wonderful people on Guaymas Island who were participants and helped with that ceremony learned a lot about orchids too.
Awesome. Thank you for being there, Howard. And I'm really grateful for Rosie and Bill for, continuing to spend that time, and honoring. It's just really important. It's really important. And we can't forget the magic. It absolutely, like you said, we don't have a way to measure it yet. I don't know that we'll ever be that intelligent of a species, but it's clear. And, instances like that, you can't deny. Well, thank you for continuing to share that story, and we'll continue to share that story. They're just so magical, and in her legacy, honoring her family and their connection with her is really important. So thanks, Howard. I really appreciate you for everything you do.
Thank you. And likewise. Back at you.
There's a question about what time the lime ceremony is.
The lime kiln ceremony, what time that will be? I don't recall. I don't know if we've set the time yet.
Or the date?
Yeah. Well, the date is November 12th.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah, November 12th.
We'll definitely share that ahead of time. Hopefully soon, Howard. You guys will probably know that, right?
Well, I am quite sure it will be early afternoon. Days are short, and the ferries tend to leave whether you're on them or not. So allowing people to get back to the ferry, and I don't know the schedule right off.
You said
it'll be early afternoon. I mean, if you come out to Lime Kiln, bring a lunch, and it's early afternoon.
Did you
And
say the 12th, Howard? November
yes,
12th? I
November
mean,
12th.
there's this really cool show that happens on Sundays at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Just saying.
You know, you have a point there.
If it happened to be during that really cool show, that would be nice, and we could live stream it. That would be the thought if the time's not set yet.
It certainly will be. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Our things are just coming together. There are no coincidences here.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you, Howard, and we'll look forward to that, and we'll keep sharing that information. A lot of people doing things. So on Indigenous Peoples Day this month, we Michelle Duray Monroe. Let me just put some pictures up here, and then I'm gonna read you what she said. I'm gonna try to multitask. I haven't been very good at it lately. Let's see. So on Indigenous Peoples Day, Team Watson Seattle joined this small but mighty group to stand with tribes and spread the message of the importance of breaching the 4 lower Snake River dams. Many enthusiastic motorists honked and waved, showing support for salmon habitat restoration and saving our beloved southern resident orcas. They were on the overpass 50th Street and I-5. And I'll show a couple more pictures. You see all the people that saw this sign going by and honking. There they are up there holding that.
Awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Michelle.
Yes, thank you, Michelle. Hands up to you, Michelle. Thank you so much. And then also this group here, this small but mighty group braved the weather outside the Four Seasons Hotel in Seattle, where the Factory Trawler Association Gala was being held. They let the public know that up to 23 orcas had been killed by factory trawlers in Alaska this year. These killing machines fish for pollock that is used to make fish stick, fish fillet sandwiches, etc. They also kill millions of pounds of other species as bycatch, including turtles, dolphins, seals, octopus. So I just want to say thank you to this group. That's Michelle Duray Monroe, and there's Michelle Saddleman there. I'm sorry I don't know everyone else's name, but thank you guys for all you do all the time. I know you guys are out there all the time advocating, so thank you. And then Michelle Saddleman yesterday for Orca Recovery was out here in, I want to say it was Portland, Michelle. I'm trying to.
At the Saturday market.
Cool. So they were out there, and just again, like the awareness that is it. Every sign, you guys, every sticker that's shared, every conversation that's had, every post that's made and shared is making a huge difference. So thank you to you guys. Christina, you want to take it from here and talk about some of the other things that have been going on?
Well, yeah, sure. So there's like the good and the bad and the ugly, I guess. So we'll start with the ugly first, because our friend Deborah Ellers was down there, or up there, sorry, on the Snake River dams in the last few days, and there's a terrible toxic algae bloom that has never happened before, ever. And so it's never happened before. So that's really bad. She wouldn't even let her dog go for a swim in there because she was afraid that he would get sick. So, this deadbeat dams, they really need to be breached. Besides the fact that not this very second, but just recently, the temperature thresholds are exceeding like every year more and more and more. So we just have to breach these dams, and we can't give up, and we need to continue to write and call and text and all of that to the White House. And also we need to encourage other people to do that as well, not just us continuing, like every day. I mean, still do that, but we need more people. We need more people to do that. So like what Michelle are doing, every little bit of awareness that we spread is really a good thing, because we need to get these dams down. It's just toxic, like literally toxic. So So that was the ugly. And then some good news is the biggest dam removal in the history is happening right now with the Klamath River. And those tribal members and others have been just like us, you know, been trying to do this for decades and decades, and it's finally happening. So woo! so good news. So I wanted to say some good news because they've already breached one like small dam, and so then they're doing like 2 or 3 other ones very soon, and it's amazing how quickly, you know, the water cools down and things just start like, you know, returning to the way they're supposed to be. So it is possible. They're happening. It's happening. So, and that is from all the people. The people are the ones that are making this happen. So we, the people, we need to keep the pressure on. It's very important, as we know, for our beloved orcas, our beloved salmon, and all of the other species that rely on it and the ecosystem. Again, I always want to say that it's an entire ecosystem that's in danger. I mean, more than danger, really. So please keep doing that. There is some events going on. There is an event on October 24th from 6 to 7:30. It's a screening at the Everett Public Library, and it's the salmon people. So I think I sent that information to you, Annette.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying.
I don't remember if it was. Let me see. Sorry.
Let me share my screen real quick, and so we can look at it.
Okay.
Give me one sec. I have like
that one is the.
Okay, here we go. So Tuesday, October 24th, Everett, Washington screening the Nez Perce film Covenant of the Salmon People. And if you go, we'll post the link. I'll try to get the link posted there. You go to Eventbrite. That's where it is. You can look it up by date or name as well. And then it's free, right, Christina?
Yeah, that one is free. Mm-hmm.
7:30
and I believe that it's also streaming too. So it's not, you don't just have to go there in person. You can also watch it. So
cool. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that link up so that people can go and register for that.
There's
and that's actually. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there are several showings of Covenant of the Salmon. So if you go to the website, it'll show. It's being shown all around the region through different sources. Some of it's coming through meaningful movies. Some of it's coming directly from the website. So if you get a chance, go onto the website and check and see if there's a screening in your area. So
what's the website, Deb Cruz?
What's that?
What's the website?
It's on the screen. It's in the comments.
Okay, thank you.
I put it in our comments.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, because apparently they have like a monthly thing going on.
That's awesome.
Different areas, yeah. So that's really, really awesome. Just more of the things that are going on around town or around Washington.
Well, it's around the region because there's showings in Montana and
Idaho,
things like that. Idaho, yep.
Okay,
awesome.
Okay, so there's that one, and then there's also there's another one coming up on the 26th, and that one will be in the website that you guys just put up. That one's at the Jamison Tribal Library. So, and that one's in Sequim for all you Sequim people out there. I know there's a couple Sequim people out there. And then there is the open letter to Jim Irsay, which is really awesome. I signed it. If you can go and sign it, that would be great, because we definitely like that open letter to him.
Let me show that real quick so people see what we're talking about. All right, and this link is also going to go here onto the comments. If you guys have not gone and read this, you should. I don't know that we have time to read it, or if anybody wants to read it while I scroll. But this is what Christina is talking about. You guys definitely want to check this out. So when you come back, you're going to see a post from me with a whole lot of links. And if you haven't seen this, the link here to the 100-year-old whale, if you haven't seen this 15 minutes, you should definitely watch that too. So again, you guys are going to have homework, a lot of homework, a lot of links to visit, but we'll get those up. Go ahead, Christina.
And also I wanted to tell you that not only adults can get involved in this, but also kids can get involved in this. Christine Harvey Lawrence, I just sent you a picture, Annette. This is what she's doing with her kids at school. I just sent you a picture, just via Messenger, Annette, of her kids' pictures. And
I don't think I can get it up that quickly, but
okay, I'm sorry. Well, it's really, really cute. They're doing this big collage. Her whole classroom is doing this for the dams to be breached. So, even though they're not like registered voters, it still matters. And actually, I think it may matter more. I mean, we got the little kids, we have the little kids, writing to the president and asking him to save the orcas and save the salmon. So if you have kids or you're a teacher or, anything like that, if you want to get a group together and then you just put it in an envelope, oh, you got it. And then you just send it on to the White House. And, that's awesome. Thank you, Christine, because that's just magnificent. Great work. So there's so many things we can all do. You can hold a sign on the freeway. You can get postcards and go to the Saturday market or the farmer's market. You can go to holiday bazaars. There's like all kinds of things you can do to spread the awareness. You don't have to have postcards. You can just have them write on a piece of paper, to breach the dams this year. Just be specific with your verbiage, and that's it. And then last but not least, there's some other petitions floating around that maybe you haven't signed yet. There's the one that I'm looking for right this second. Oh, and I'm looking in the wrong place. Sorry.
Let's do this one.
Okay, yeah.
For the representatives,
Yep.
to pledge your support for salmon abundance.
Yep.
I'm going to put that link up right now. Again, you guys are going to see a ton from me, and I think Christina, maybe you and I can get together after this and create one post with all these links. Probably be helpful.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. So there's that one. That one is a really good one. If you haven't signed it, it's fairly new, this one, because there are some older ones that are floating around, but still, still share them for other people that haven't signed them, and because obviously everyone counts. And then there's the other one, a change.org one. It has the picture of it's time to breach the dams. That was right before the other one that you just showed. So that's another good one to sign. And that's all I got.
That's it. I'm sitting here like trying really hard to keep up with you. That's
Sorry.
a lot. That's a good thing.
I'm talking too fast, but yeah, we just have to breach the dams because, there's too many things going on, the algae blooms and the temperatures, and, it's just, we got to do it. We got to keep the pressure up.
So Save Our Wild Salmon has letters and contacts to Bonneville Power Administration. There's another one to the Biden administration. Actually, there's two of them, messages and petitions. There's a list of legislators. Well, I guess it's just Murray Murray and Cantwell, but they're trying to also get people to write to regional reps. So it's in Idaho, Oregon, Washington State, and so on. And the question is where do you find the pub post? So Orca Lolita Network, right?
It's actually been changed to Toki's Legacy.
Toki's Legacy, okay.
Yep. So if you go on to Facebook and look up Toki's Legacy, people are asking, you know, where do I get all these links? If you have Facebook, it would be great if you go back to this broadcast because we're putting all the links in there. But we will create a post to be able to share that, and maybe what we can do is submit a document as well. We can just create it in a document. So those of you who are watching on YouTube, because about almost more than half, I think, of folks watch on YouTube now. So put in the comment that you want the link, and then I'll be in touch with you so that I can get you, you know, a document with all of these. If you don't have Facebook, I just want to make sure nobody feels left out and that you all have the opportunity to participate because it matters. Your voice matters. Every name, every letter sent, every phone call made absolutely matters. So thank you. I know it seems like a lot and we're like throwing a lot, but everyone wants to know what can we do. And so we're giving you a whole lot of options of things you can do. And we'll get it in a more organized way so that you guys have it all in front of you in one place. I think that would be important. But I do, again, want to acknowledge everyone for everything you're doing. Christine, please tell your kids at school, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really important. You know, we talked about Mary when she was doing with the rocks with her, you know, educating her classrooms. Michelle, you guys are awesome. You guys are always out there doing something for the orcas. We really appreciate you. And I know there's more people doing. Peggy Oki, as always, has some sort of campaign going on. So Peggy, come back on, tell us what you're doing, what you're up to, how we can help. I mean, that really is what we're here for in Toki's Legacy. So thank you.
Yeah, also Mary is doing letters with her kids. I've been emailing back and forth. I guess I'm old and I email.
I learned that this week.
she's doing a project with her kids too. I've been helping her, and so I'm sure soon she'll have a little presentation or something for us. So yeah.
You sent me a video, Christina. I want to show it.
Oh yeah, that was really cute.
Let me share this real quick so you guys can see. Maybe I can share it.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Hey, so far so good, but I think I might have just actually clicked off of it. So let me try again.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Alejandro's laughing at me. See him laughing at me. He is.
He's laughing with you.
Laughing with me. Why can I not find it now? Hold on. I just had it open. It's one of the Facebook ones. That's why. Okay. I had it. Here we go. It's a lot of steps to add this thing here. Okay.
It looks like the stream
My name's Abel and I'm a part of the Nez tribe, and we want the dams taken down so the fish can actually mate and be able to swim freely.
We need clean, running, cold water to survive, just like the salmon in Steelhead.
If they're trapped in a dam, there's no flow. Slowly that water's going down and down and down. But when you take away the dams, it's going to be a lot better so fishes can actually mate.
Dam removal is important for not only indigenous lives, but for all lives. Everything is connected from the smallest animal to the largest animal.
The rights of nature are at stake. This is not just for our future. This is for our entire planet.
That's Paulette.
Reach the dams.
Reach the dams. A lot of links. A lot of links going to be posted up. I don't want to close yet, though. Howard. Well, and I don't know if this is for mind reading here. You might have something separate. I want to talk about the auction. Is that what you were going to talk about by any chance?
No, but
Okay,
let's talk.
You want to do auction
Yeah,
first?
the auction you can find on the Orca Network main Facebook page, but also on that page was the procession of Southern residents, J's, K's, and most of L's. So we're talking, I don't know if anyone got a total count or all the IDs of all the whales, but roughly 50 to 60 or more Southern resident orcas. And well, you can see the visuals on the Orca Network main Facebook page and on the Orca Network community page, because there were a lot of people who did see it and had better equipment and got really good videos and photos. But what I saw from my vantage point on a bluff about 150 feet over the water, looking south toward Seattle, coming up Admiralty Inlet, spread out but in groups and in a kind of steady procession, were the Southern residents. It was so beautiful to see. For about 3 hours, they took their time, small groups, a breach here, a spy hop there, a tail lob there, a rolled over upside down inverted tail lob there, a peck slap. One of the males just rolled a 90-degree and slapped his dorsal fin on the surface. And even though they were maybe a mile or less away, it was like a firecracker pop every time they did one of those, and every breath they took, the whoop. It was just a beautiful thing to see. And I got up to the Bush Point Lighthouse, which is the point that's sort of the narrowest part of Admiralty Inlet. And there were 30 or so people lined up. And the excitement was just in the air. You could feel it. It was just so incredible. And they came so close. They've not done that in many years, and so many Southern residents. It was just so good to see all those open saddles and all those whales that we knew, that we could recognize. J38 Cookie, L25. I found a photo that I got that shows L25 Ocean Sun was right with them.
Awesome.
And just right in the mix, just moving right along in the procession. Just so beautiful to see. So I wanted to, I didn't have the photos ready to put up for you, but it's okay because they're all over the Orca Network Facebook page. You can find those, and Rachel Haight made some great videos that you can see there too. So I just wanted to relate that bit of oral storytelling for you.
Awesome.
But let's talk about the auction while we've got a minute.
Yeah, I'm trying to copy the link here so I can put it up right here on the stream. But I want to show you guys too some of the cool things that are up for auction. So Howard, if you want to talk about the auction, and then I'll just maybe show them some items.
Well, this is our second annual attempt at an auction, and it's been well prepared. There have been many Zoom meetings among staff and to get everything ready and get a lot of items in there. It's 120 some items, I believe, and experiences, everything from massage to stories. Susan and I will do a Orca Ed talk for anybody. Yeah, there we are. Those are some of the items. So the auction just opened yesterday morning at 10 o'clock, and it'll go for, I think, 12 days. So have a look, feast your eyes. There are Barbie dolls in there, jewelry, photos, all kinds of interesting things. So
when does this when did you say it ends? Because I need to know when to go outbid people, because this the gathering Orca Whale
I think on the 22nd.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I believe it goes until the 22nd.
You got to make sure I have my coffee so I can stay up late because I don't want anyone to outbid me on that. There's some look at this from 2015. Some posters.
TokiTV's place 2 nights in
Yes!
Stephanie and Casey's condo in Friday Harbor. That's an amazing, wonderful auction item. Thank you so much, Stephanie and Casey.
So there's some whale watching excursions. Beautiful
Yeah.
stain. I mean, some of this stuff is just awesome. There's a Cancun Paradise vacation even.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Posters, lots of history there.
Do
Barbie dolls.
your own whiskey infusion set? What? That's awesome.
Isn't that illegal?
No.
Keiko Barbie is among them.
Yeah, Keiko Barbie.
I know. I was scrolling. Did I pass it? I don't think I passed it.
No, it's down further. I know exactly where it is.
Ken Balcom's signature plaid jacket.
Yeah, that's a heartfelt item. It wasn't his only one, and I'm not sure if that should go to Smithsonian.
Right.
But, oh, did something happen to our StreamYard? No.
No.
Oh, there we are.
Still in there. Is it still looking? Okay.
Yeah, it is. It was just my cursor.
Oh, okay. Because I can't see you guys anymore when I'm on this other page. Let's see. So some jewelry. There's the one-on-one educational talk. Oh, look, there's the Barbie. Ocean Friends Barbie with baby Keiko.
Yeah.
Some art cute. I mean, everything on here is really
This is credit to Cheryl and KDK and KDW and Susan, and I'm not even sure of all the people that have made those contacts and gotten all this together and gotten photos and assembled this page, but and a couple of belt buckles there that were buried in my sock drawer.
Wow.
And I thought, okay, they ought to go.
I don't think if anyone wants to have a bidding war with me, that special edition Pendleton blanket there.
Oh yeah,
I'm going for that one too.
Yeah,
so
that one was pretty sweet. Mm-hmm.
If anyone, I don't know if my spouse is watching or not, but if any of my buddies on the screen want to point this out to her, you know.
Can you scroll back up to those t-shirts? Just about 2 screens.
Right there?
Right there, those. Yeah, those were done by a friend. Those are made to commemorate the capture, actually. It says Southern Resident Orcas and has photos. So if that's your taste. Anyway, those are there. There's just a lot of items that you won't find anywhere else.
Definitely.
That's for sure.
Good stuff.
There's a lot of really cool stuff on that.
Look at this one. I thought it would make it bigger, but look at that. That's beautiful. I don't know if I can. Trying to make it bigger, but anyway, go to the link, you guys. I posted the link in the comments as well, and then I saw Deb Cruz put it up on the page for you guys to see. So airauctioneer.com, and then you can search for Orca Network there. Really good stuff. Let's go support Orca Network.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Anything else? Alejandro, what's going on with you? You're very quiet.
Yeah, I was drinking wine, whiskey, so I don't know what I'm doing, you know? No, just kidding with you. Just kidding.
So
no, it's very impressive, eh? A lot of stuff to buy there. We need a big house.
Yeah.
Right.
You need a bigger house for all that stuff.
Yeah. No, amazing.
Hey, so go ahead. Anything else?
No, and thank you, Christine, and everybody getting involved with the breaching the dams. So they are doing an amazing job. Let's continue doing this.
Absolutely.
And you can make the announcement for the next week. We're going to have this USA Today Fins.
I have his bio right here, ready to read to everyone. So Antonio Fins is a politics and business editor at the USA Today Florida Network and the Palm Beach Post. Antonio's 30-year journalism career includes a 16 years as a business writer and opinions editor for the South Florida Sun Sentinel and Florida and Caribbean news correspondent for Business Week magazine. He also briefly served as managing editor of the McClatchy News Bureau's Washington, D.C. Bureau. One of Antonio's journalism and personal passions is the environment, especially the oceans and coastal regions. For 3 years, he guided the research and conservation programs at the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation. Antonio received his bachelor's degree in journalism and political science from the University of Miami and his Master of Arts and PhD in International History from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I talked to Antonio the other day. We talked for a while, and I'll tell you, we have a history of Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's. We know a lot. We know a lot about our history, but Antonio, in his work, has done multiple pieces, had multiple conversations with the Hertz family. He has the history from when she got to Miami and some of the backstory and I mean, just the brief part thing. He was probably really trying to get off the phone with me, but because we only had a few minutes, but I was fascinated to hear things I had never heard, just about some of the things that maybe weren't published, but that he knows from conversations. It's going to be a really good show next week. You guys definitely want to be there. On Alejandro, thank you for connecting us with him. It's going to be fascinating, you guys. You don't want to miss next week.
Yeah, he will speak about the captivity, the history. Even with Howard, together they can make the whole. You can make the whole show. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be here listening.
That'll be a fun conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Serious. It was just we were on the phone, and I'm like, wow. And he was like, well, here's something that was never published. And then it's not just a repeat for those of you who have been following for a million years. I mean, you're going to hear stuff, I promise you, next week that you did not know. And it's just fascinating to get to hear more pieces behind all of it. So I think even Howard was going to be interested in some of the things Antonio has, and I'm sure Antonio is going to be interested in some of the things you have, Howard. I feel like we're going to be piecing together a lot of.
So everyone is happy to join us next week. Is invited to join us next week. Everybody.
Thanks, Alejandro, again. For putting it in touch. Let's say goodbye, everyone else. So, Howard, anything else?
No. Bye. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today.
Ma, how about you?
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. Don't forget, keep your emails going, keep the texts going, keep the letters going, do whatever you can to get those dams breached. So keep it going.
Awesome. Deborah?
Again, love you all. I just want to send out a double thank you to Christine for all her work with children. She is tireless about it. I love her so much for it. I love you, girl. I love you. And another speaking point for the dams, they're getting ready to build a hydrogen plant up here in the Pacific Northwest. That's going to recoup a lot of money that all the energy. Well, they're getting ready to build a hydrogen dam up here. Not a hydrogen dam, a hydrogen plant. Lots of jobs, lots of energy there. Just a talking point for us that write letters. So, mwah.
Love it. That's awesome. Good point. Good point. Alma?
Yeah, I'm loving this new passion to breach the dams. Let's not forget about the orcas still in captivity. What Alejandro has going on with Toki's law. And I love you all.
Thanks, Alma.
Grateful to be part of the group, and thanks for everyone who joins and learns every show. Thank you, Annette, for putting it all together.
Thanks, Alma.
Love you guys.
Prayers for Shemink, guys, and hopefully we'll get some more word and some more information. I have a communication going with someone in Argentina, so hopefully they can join us soon and let us know how we can help. How can we help? Because we want to help. So, Christina.
Yeah, well, just peace on earth, man. Seriously, we really need some peace on earth for sure. And obviously we need to breach the dams and save the orcas in captivity and in the ocean. So keep up the good work, everyone. Thanks for joining. Love you all. Yes, Christine, thank you for your children. The work that you do with the children, it's awesome. So I love you all.
That's awesome. Stephanie and Casey, Casey, I forgot to mention, so please mention the Etsy shop is open, and I don't know if you want to tell us just a little bit about where the funds are going for that. If people want to do some Orca Network stuff. Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
Jeez, no, it is back open. All the stuff that's Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's related will still go to Sacred Sea. Everything else is going to Orca Network's Toki's Legacy. So there'll be some new stuff hopefully this week if I can get it done.
Man, Casey, blessing. I don't have my fun shirt on, but I'll show it to everyone next week. I know. But Casey's really working. Stephanie, any last words?
Well, you took it out of my mouth. I just want everybody to remember Shemink in your prayers. Or Shemink. I can't pronounce his name. Shemink. Okay, it's hard for me, but he needs our prayers. So everyone have a fabulous week. Make it a good week. Light and love to all. I love you all.
Love you guys. And we will close with the wise Deb Cruz. Anything you want to say, Deb?
Be good, be loving.
Awesome. Love you guys. We'll see you Thursday and then again on Sunday.